Everybody, Andy here again. Well, I don't know if you can hear that noise behind me. Those are cicadas, and they're pretty noisy little devils. No, I'm not in England anymore. No, I'm back out in Spain where I was last year, and I made a couple of videos. And I've climbed this big hill. It's just after 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sweating buckets already. Thought I'd go out for a walk and have a look around. And I thought I'd just share the sort of panorama. Behind me, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but all the white houses down behind me is the town that we're staying in. Yes, I've climbed that far. It's a place called Orgiva, and you might see the wonderful hills behind there. But if I turn round and come the other way and show what's behind me, sorry about the sun if you're getting the sun in your eyes, those are the Sierra Nevada mountains behind me. I'm in a place called the Alpujarras, which is like the foothills, I suppose, of the Sierra Nevada mountains. The mountains you saw first are the ones that separate this area from the sea. It's called the Contraviesa, or the Lujar, I think it is, some of the mountains. They're pretty high, and if you go up to the top of those, and I've been close to the top of those ones, you do actually get a great view of the Mediterranean. But behind me, of course, are the Sierra Nevada, especially in the distance. Whether you can see that big peak right in the distance, there's a huge gorge called the Poquera Gorge up there, and some wonderful white villages. You might be able to see some of them behind me. And if you're really lucky, where that big peak is, through the top of that valley, there is actually still some snow. Only a tiny patch, but you can just about make out a little patch of snow right towards the top of that mountain. Whether that is the highest peak in the Sierra Nevada, I'm not actually sure. I think it's called Mahasen or something. So my Spanish pronunciation is getting better, but still not that great. I went out for a walk earlier on at a valley that I did a couple of videos from last year when we were out in exactly the same place, staying in the same house actually, down near the town itself. And I thought I'd go out for a walk because it's lovely to walk up here, take some photos. A river valley, the Rio Chico, which is, it's just stagnant water at this time of year. There's little pools of water, and that's just about it. And got talking to this old Spanish guy. I don't know how, these things happen. I was taking photos of the bridge into the little village where he lives, I presume he lives, and I just happened to, he was stopped and let me take the photos of the bridge, and I thought, I'll show him the photo that I just took, and showed the photo, and then he started talking about the bridge, the fact that it had been washed away, which I did actually know, because they've had some, surprisingly enough, in this area of Spain, with the hills and the mountains behind, when it does rain, or when the snow melts, it can cause quite a kerfuffle, shall we say, down there in the Rio Chico below me. And you can see the boulders. You might actually better see some of it down there, but I've got some photos and I'll maybe attach some to this video as well. But this is a wonderful place. I love it here. I was saying to my wife yesterday, you've got to split your time between this sort of area and the UK as well, because although it is hot, it's okay, it's the middle of August, you expect it to be hot. But it's sort of getting on for 40 degrees most days, and we've noticed the temperature has actually risen a little bit. But the scenery, as you can see, is pretty stunning, and it's pretty green in places, as you may have seen, because of all the water that comes off of the mountains there, and also down in the valley where Orgiva is as well. There's another, I think it's a Guadalfo or Rivio or something, a river down there as well, and quite a little farming produce area down there where they make sort of fruits and vegetables and that sort of stuff. So there's water running down through the valleys all the time. You can hear the water going down, the acequias I think they're called, like the water channels, which they do use to water gardens and crops and all that sort of thing. So there you go, that's a little snapshot of where I am at the moment. I'm hoping to make another video about my 5 years on YouTube, but I was going to do that now, but I thought no, I'm going to do this instead, because I could share the view with you and remind myself when I get home. I'm going to get back in the shade and make my way back. The sun's crept up. One thing about this valley where I walked up, it is in the shade at first because of the way the sun comes over, but the sun is getting pretty high in the sky and I'm gradually melting. I think I need some more water. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my walk and you can enjoy the view behind me. I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.